from 147 to 168, and the win become undisputed. Wow.
I want to go up to 68. So who would you fight?
Weight. We can do something out of catch weight.
What weight you think?
Probably like 160 or something.
You said 154 is the highest you want to go.
Yeah, 158.
No real guys at 47. Everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner of Canelo and Jamel. Could you ever do that? Is that too much weight? Or?
What, 168?
Yeah.
Right. So you got Canelo winning then, right? Then
If he fighting at 160.
159 puntos.
168! Music from 147 to 168, and the win become undisputed. Wow, want to go up to 68. So who would you fight at 68? Seems that Crawford is not done attacking Canelo. In another recent verbal jab, Crawford threw words at the Mexican star, assuring him that he will knock him out, and from what it seems, Crawford is trying his best to get into Canelo's head catch weight. We can do something at a catch weight. What would you think? I like 160 or something. You said 154, the highest you want to go. Yeah, 158. The tension between Canelo and Crawford has been building on for months, ever since Crawford's decisive victory over Errol Spence Jr. and the subsequent speculation about a super fight with Canelo. 5 real guys, and at 47, everyone's talking about Errol fighting the winner Canelo and Jamal. Did you ever do that? That too much weight would, so you got Canelo winning, then right then, if he's fighting, that even at catch weight, I'll still beat you. Crawford boldly declared. This proclamation came shortly after their heated face-off, where tempers flared and a near brawl ensued. Crawford's confidence was evident, and he made it clear that he believes his skills and tenacity would prevail regardless of the weight. Music class 59. For 168, the animosity between Crawford and Canelo has been building for some time now after Crawford's stunning performance against Spence in July 2023, where he unified the welterweight division. Talks of a potential clash with Canelo gained momentum, and everyone around the sport speculated about the dynamics of a fight between the undefeated welterweight champion and the seasoned middleweight king. Canelo seemed an imposing challenge for Crawford, who prides himself on his speed, agility, and strategic mastery. He has a good skills, but most of people think about him like he's untouchable, or he's unstoppable, or he has odd enough power to beat super heavyweights. Sometimes it's funny. Crawford never wanted to shy away from confrontation. Fired the first verbal jab. You're afraid to face real competition, he said, referencing Canelo's history of carefully selected opponents. You pick fights where you know you have the upper hand, but with me you won't have that luxury. The verbal sparring escalated quickly, with both fighters stepping closer. Their entourage is on high alert to prevent any physical altercation. Thinks number one right now in boxing, Inway or Crawford. On me, I should have prefaced that besides you pay attention, besides me, I think it's hard to say because both fighters are good. You chose Crawford. Undeterred, continued his onslaught. You think you're invincible because of your power, but skills pay the bills. I'll outbox you, outthink you, and outlast you, just like I did with Spence. The tension is still growing, with fans and reporters holding their breath, anticipating a physical clash at any moment. I saw you out there playing football, bro. I know you can run and pass like that. I'm an all-around athlete. There ain't nothing I can't do. So what you doing to enjoy yourself? Since Crawford's boldness and undying confidence have only fueled the fire in subsequent word exchange, he has continued to push the narrative that Canelo is avoiding a true test of his abilities. He's scared. Crawford asserted, he knows that facing me is a risk he can't afford to take. He'd rather fight opponents who are past their prime or not in their peak form, but he can't dodge me forever. Crawford didn't hesitate on saying how he would win against Canelo. It's all about preparation and strategy. I've studied Canelo's fights. I know his weaknesses. He's powerful, no doubt, but he's not unbeatable. His stamina fades in the later rounds. You saw that with Floyd, and he struggles with fighters who are fast and elusive. I'll exploit those weaknesses. Catch weight or not, I'm coming out on top. A lot of boxers don't do this. This is why Canelo is not fighting Benavidez. Why would Canelo fight Bennett, who's relatively unknown, and Benz? The prospect of a catch fight has been a contentious point in the negotiations. Canelo, who typically fights at super middleweight, has been reluctant to drop down significantly in weight, while Crawford and natural welterweight would need to bulk up. Despite these challenges, both fighters seem eager to make the bout happen, understanding the historic significance and financial windfall such a matchup would bring. As negotiations continue, the boxing world is filled with speculations. Promoters are working tirelessly behind the scenes to iron out the details, while fans flood social media with their predictions and opinions. The potential showdown has all the makings of a classic, reminiscent of the great rivalries of the past, like Ali Frazier and Leonard Hearns. Adding to the drama, boxing legends have weighed in on the prospective fight. Hall of Famer Sugar Ray Leonard recently commented this could be one of the greatest fights of this generation. Crawford's tactical brilliance against Canelo's brute strength. It's the perfect clash of styles. I can't wait to see how it unfolds. Crawford can do it. I did it in my earlier days, and I believe Crawford can move up weight class and still take Canelo down. Think that Canelo might not choose Benz as one of his fights and just kind of skip over that. Who knows? Yeah, who knows? I mean, one thing about Canelo is that, look, the history shows that, yeah, he's fighting the top guys. He's taking all the challenges. Teddy Atlas, known for his candid assessments, offered his perspective on his podcast, The Fight with Teddy Atlas. Crawford's right about one thing: skills do pay the bills, but let's not underestimate Canelo. He's been in some brutal wars and comes out on top. This fight will test both men in ways they've never been tested before. Consider Israel the best 154-pounder in the division right now, so why not go for the top guy in the division right off the bat? I want to leave a legacy that's never been left before. Inside and outside the ring on business, the fighters themselves have continued to stoke the flames of anticipation on social media. They've exchanged barbs, each trying to get under the other's skin. Now, as you all know, David Benavidez has also been calling out Canelo, and Crawford also just recently commented on this. What's even more interesting here is Crawford suggested that Canelo could outskill Benavidez. Music. The two-time 168 pounds champion is still undefeated, but currently without any titles, given that Canelo has been holding on to all four in the division since late 2021. $150 million. It could happen in November. If he won his 60 to 100, it can happen in September, because you don't need to go to Six City to make that money. Despite being the WBC #1 contender and interim champ, Benz has had no luck securing Canelo's interest, with the elite Mexican demanding a $200 million payday for the defense. This situation has created a complex landscape in the super middleweight division, where top fighters are jostling for their chance at the throne. Ben Aids, known for his relentless fighting style and powerful punches, has been vocal about his desire to face Canelo, believing that his performances warrant a shot at the undisputed champion. His recent victory over the previously undefeated Demetrius Andrade only added to his credibility, showcasing his skills and further fueling his campaign for a fight against Canelo. Watching Canelo fight was a good fight, and it went exactly I expected. But I had a fight. Interestingly, Terence Crawford has also weighed in on Benz's pursuits. Speaking to Fight Hype, following Benz's last performance, Crawford expressed his belief that El Montero was ready to face Canelo despite his own desires to fight Canelo. Crawford branded the potential bout between Benavidez and Canelo a pick, him acknowledging the strengths of both fighters. He's coming behind his jab, he's throwing straight punches going to the body, and then up and down. He's just got to tighten up a little bit on his defense. But other than that, he's good. He is ready for Canelo, Crawford commented. But if you want 150, you need to work for that. And the TV will not agree on 3 months' notice. There's no way the TV and whoever put the money, because we are promoter. But we do, the money's coming. His assessment highlights the respect he has for Ben's abilities while still recognizing the greatness of Canelo. Crawford continued, I still got it. A 50/50s. Benavidez is good, but Canelo is great. You just got to see the fight, man. We all want to see the fight. You've got two strong fighters going head-to-head. This statement from Crawford is significant as it underscores the high regard he holds for both fighters, despite his own ambitions to climb up to super middleweight and challenge Canelo himself. When asked if his super middleweight dreams were restricted only to Canelo or if he would consider facing Benavidez, Crawford was unequivocal in his response. Yeah, Canelo, the only one. He asserted this clear focus on Canelo highlights Crawford's strategic approach to his career, aiming for the most prestigious and high-profile fights that would cement his legacy in boxing history. Crawford's move to super welterweight is already in motion with his scheduled fight against champion Israel Madrimov on August 3rd. This bout will serve as a stepping stone for Crawford as he adjusts to the higher weight class and prepares for the eventual leap to super middleweight. His ambition and determination to challenge Canelo showcase his unwavering drive to prove himself against the best in the sport. Meanwhile, Ben Aids, after unsuccessfully chasing the Canelo fight, is making his light heavyweight debut on June 15th. This shift in weight class demonstrates Benavidez's versatility and willingness to explore new challenges, even as he continues to seek the elusive bout with Canelo. His journey through the ranks has been marked by impressive victories and an unyielding pursuit of greatness, qualities that resonate with fans and critics alike. Canelo